It's not showing up. Wait. Ah, there we go. Hello and welcome. We're Kaban and Neko, and we're going to play Detective D, the Silk Rose Murders. And so it's a pixel point and click game. It's a bit of a more modern game though, cause it was only like 2 years ago. And we play as Detective D. Uh, I'm not sure how famous he is. He is actually, because I do know that there's like I heard of this character or person. I'm not really sure. When I watched like this movie called Detective D and the Phantom Flame, which is awesome, because it involves people like spontaneously combusting, and apparently it's like caused by some sort of bug. That if someone gets like bitten by it, when they expose themselves to the sun, they just like burn up. But anyway, this is another case altogether, so I hope they actually do it justice, although I've seen some reviews that it's kind of eh. It's kind of meh. But you know what? Might as well experience it for ourselves, right? So we're gonna play. I think I played a bit before, but I don't think it's saved. So yeah. The reason I wasn't able to play this before because we didn't know how to get like a second screen without having another monitor. Diplomatic means. Oh, I love the music already though. I don't know. And this pixel work for the background, it's pretty good. Everything is a bit big though. Oh, hi, Joker. Hey, how are you? The messenger said I would find an officer standing guard. This must be the right place. This is us. Okay. Guardian line. Okay, so the commands are when you click on an object, you can like, choose what to do with it. These mythic creatures are meant to protect this house. I have a feeling they may have faltered tonight. No shit. Hang on. Oh, I can take a look at that. Man. Weeping willows are believed to help ward off evil spirits. Not in this house. I guess not. Okay, so inventory is like on top. So basically we select items and then use it on things. Typical point and click. Must be the officer the messenger spoke of. Okay, let's talk. They do not have eyes. Holy shit. What's it? My name is Direnje. I'm the newly appointed investigating. Okay. Investigating magistrate of Pangla. Oh crap. I skipped through that. I'm sorry. I understand I'm meant to help with an urgent matter. You're the new investigating magistrate? Excuse my bluntness, but I wasn't expecting someone so young. Come on, I have facial hair. I'm not young. I'm not young anymore. Yeah, Bakina, I've just recently completed my studies in the capital, and this is my first appointment as a county magistrate. But in my time in the capital, I gained valuable experience serving as secretary of the Imperial Archives and as assistant to the Imperial Counselor before that. But I believe the minister requested my presence urgently. We must not keep him waiting. Of course, apologies for my indiscretion, but on a night like this, one can't be too careful. I'm Sergeant Fang. Oh my god. I'm going. I might butcher names at this point. Oh god. Sergeant Fang Changlong. Mr. Wang's private guard. Please, may I see some proof of your title? And I has proof of my title. Wait. Oh, I need to grab it. Okay. Thank you, Magistrate. The minister is waiting for you in the entrance courtyard. Okay, let's go. Oh god. Let's skip in the background music though, and background sound. Well, well, well. This must be the compound's main water supply. Okay. In case anyone was poisoned, we suspect that something is up there. That must be Foreign Minister Wang. I heard he was appointed by the Emperor himself. He is a powerful man. Why would he seek my assistance at this time? Ah, okay. No doubt a matter of life and death. I fear the worst. Worst, maybe. You must be Minister Wang. You must be the new magistrate of our little coastal district. Oh my god. It's a small district. Okay. I wish we could have met under less dire circumstances. I understand you've only been at your new post for 2 weeks. Ministers well informed them. Well, I've only begun to settle into my new station. The area is still quite new to me. In truth, I've only visited the military fort so far. This compound, on the other hand, I did not know existed. Indeed, this estate was built just recently to serve only the most exclusive guests of the Empire. Its existence is strictly on a need-to-know basis. Why do I need to know? So it appears you've put me in a privileged position, but why? That you are correct, young magistrate, but one word of advice. The position you speak of is fraught with danger. Knowledge, after all, comes at the price. But you seem keen enough. But I shall start from the beginning. As you know, this district borders a coastal region that is under constant threat by the Korean Navy. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Stuff happened. I don't know, it's like China, Korea, and Japan are like kind of at odds at the time, I guess. I was sent here and tasked to conduct secret negotiations with my Korean counterpart, Ambassador Choi. The Emperor himself summoned me to help deliver his proposed border treaty, a move that would undoubtedly help him regain favor in the eyes of the court and the kingdom. Needless to say, there are factions that would love nothing more than to see the Emperor fail. Ah, okay. Political. Is the Emperor in jeopardy? Enemies are in the move. Of that there is no doubt. If 30 years in the Imperial Court has taught me anything, it is that no Emperor can truly rest too. I mean the threat of like assassinations alone. Much more like these kinds of moves. Like trying to overthrow him in some other way. Not necessarily killing him directly, but making him look bad. Like really bad, really bad. Night after night, he lies awake, anticipating the next shadow. His enemies are too numerous, too persistent. Who threatens him? The kingdom is prosperous. Who would dare defy the emperor? The imperial court is full of usurpers waiting for the chance to strike. That is why this treaty is more than a simple diplomatic calculation. Symbolic value is immeasurable. The emperor must show his strength now more than ever, or I'm afraid his legacy will end badly. My father served under Her Majesty as a pupil and beloved ruler. Your father served a young and vibrant man. Today the emperor is an old and feeble leader, a mere shadow of his former self. As his health wanes, his wife Wu Zetian grows with influence. As his favor falls, Consort Wu gains power behind the curtains. Hmm. Speaking of like the movie I mentioned earlier, I think at in that movie the like the lady has already like rose into power, but someone is still against that and um try to like build this huge ass Buddha statue and then like make it fall onto the palace itself, right on top of whoever's on the throne. So yeah, and you're and what of you, Minister Wang? Where do you stand? Barely 5 months ago, I still enjoying the life of a retired official, but who refuses the emperor? Clearly, he needed an outsider like me for the job, a loyalist unlikely to be influenced by his detractors. Yet tonight, I stand at the precipice, looking clumsily at the bottom of the ravine. Perhaps you can save me. Now, come with me. And I go there. Okay, those stairs are sus. Yeah. Moments later, on the far side of the compound. Oh god. Ah, boy. Well, that's a pretty dead body. The unfortunate man you see before you is Choi Yong-jun, Korean ambassador to China. Oh damn, he's from a rich family too. That sucks. Tonight was meant to be a triumphant victory, but fate has a cruel way of shuffling the deck just as you begin to believe in your own destiny. Tell me what happened. Ambassador Choi and I had been meeting here secretly for weeks. Our work on the treaty was almost complete, and we arranged to meet this evening to finalize it. It started innocently enough. Troy and his private guard arrived in time for supper as usual. After a light meal, our business began in earnest over some jasmine tea, just as it had many times before. But what follows is a terrible blur. I remember suddenly becoming very dizzy. Moments later, I felt myself resting my head on the table before me, closing my eyes and unable to open them again. When I woke, it felt like I had slept for hours. Someone must have witnessed this. That was my hope. But when I interrogated the others, all had the same answer, unconscious each and every one. And Troy? He was gone. No one knew what happened to him, so I ordered an immediate search of the entire estate. We looked everywhere. In the end, it was his private guard who found him here, murdered in cold blood. Apparently, the ambassador had previously commented on how peaceful this waterfall made him feel. Well, how? Wait, where's the cursor? Oh, wait. Ironic or tragic? I guess. It is hard to deny the serenity of this place. May he rest in peace. Let me remind you that if we do not find a suitable explanation for the ambassador's death, tonight's events could create a rift between our two nations that no diplomatic means can mend. True, they might think that, oh, hey, we killed the ambassador, you know, this is a this is a move against us. Yeah, that's not good. And there could be thrown into war over this. I mean, this is supposed to be like and then someone actually killing someone. That's why we must solve this case tonight, or the consequences will be grave for all of us. Yes, of course. I shall start my investigation. Has anyone been allowed to leave the premises? No, I've ordered everyone to stay until this matter is resolved. I myself walked to the nearby military outpost to request a messenger be sent for it. Otherwise, none have been permitted to step outside of this gated compound. Very well, I shall interview each person and search the areas for clues. Whee! Let's go, clues! Oh, what's that? Looks like a partially used candle. I think I should take it. Yeah. It's weird though. It's a purple candle. And it's used. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Looks like a hat. Should I take it? Probably. A bloody cap belonged to the ambassador. Ah, I don't think. His body is partially underwater. If any forensics evidence existed, it's likely been washed away. I don't even know if forensics was a thing back then. I wonder if we can. I won't be able to rely on an autopsy, so I'll need to examine him carefully. I guess we'll go for it. The back of his head has been smashed in by a narrow, jagged object, likely killing him on impact. Okay, so I'm guessing it's a blunt weapon of some sort. Hmm. Something is tucked under his undershirt. A silk handkerchief with the ambassador's seal. Okay. Examine his arms. No defensive wounds or any signs of a struggle. Could he have known his attacker? Ah, okay. Examine his legs. Some footprints are still visible at the edge of the wall. Curiously, it seems he was facing away from his attacker when the assault happened. The blow to his head was fatal, but why was he facing away from his killer? I need to find the murder weapon. Unless he was threatened or carried here, it seems the ambassador came on his own volition. But why? Perhaps he knew the killer. I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Do I take a look at it? A fitted imperial cap worn by high-ranking Korean officials. There appears to be a small bulge on the inside. A secret pocket is sewn into the lining. There's a small piece of folded paper inside. Char. Okay, let's see. How long will this charade go on? You will not get rid of me so easily. I will have my answer tonight. Someone threatening the ambassador? Ooh. It looks very dainty though, not gonna lie. Okay, fill out this deduction work. Burn the potential threat. What else? Can you look at this? A handkerchief made of expensive silk. The ambassador seal is embroidered into the bottom right corner. Okay. I guess I won't know. Maybe we should like in question him. Okay. All matters of law and order that arise within its borders. Judge, jury, and prosecutor, and detective. Okay, okay. Notwithstanding the secret nature of these meetings, you alone have the jurisdiction to investigate and solve this case. And by the heavens, I hope you do. Why is it only one man? Damn it! I hope he knows his martial arts. Uh, can you tell me more about this compound and the people present tonight? This compound is comprised of a small house and a private garden, which itself surrounds this waterfall. When in use, it is attended to by a staff of 3: a house steward, a cook, and a maidservant. The ambassador and I each have a private bodyguard to remain by our sides at all times. Where are they now? You met my guard at the front gate. Ambassador Choi's guard is standing outside this very cave. The house steward is trying to keep himself busy in the main courtyard, and you'll find the cook and the maidservant house. Okay. How did you fall? Any idea how you were rendered unconscious? Some sort of sleep-inducing drug, I imagine. At first I thought our food might have been tampered with, but since dinner was served to only the ambassador and I, this would hardly explain why the others succumbed as well. After waking, I examined the candles that were lit earlier in the evening, and judging by their condition, it seems we passed out for just half an hour. Yet the remarkable thing is, if all accounts are true, everyone in the house passed out at the same time. Hmm. When I worked as secretary of the Imperial Archives, I once read of a case in which a powerful sleeping glass was introduced into a closed room. All within it were knocked out minutes later. If what you say is true, it's highly possible a similar method was used here. Hmm. As a matter of fact, at the time of the dinner, all doors and windows were indeed closed. Gosh, wait. I I accidentally there we go. I accidentally closed it. Gosh. Yeah, my the cursor was too far outside. Did you notice any what happened before it passed out? Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? I've replayed the events leading up to this appearance over and over, but alas, nothing suspicious comes to mind. Were you the first to regain consciousness? No, the house steward and choice guard were already awake. They claim to have come to only moments earlier. The others woke shortly after I did. Hmm. And then the ambassador was gone at the time. Who knew about these secret meetings for obvious reasons? People presently here all have some degree of knowledge about meetings themselves. But the Emperor himself is the only one who knows the nature of the work the ambassador and I were engaged in. Treaty was only to be made public after we had finalized. Okay. So basically, they're working on it in a secret so that like people won't try and stop it, and then they'll just make it public once they've done it already. Okay, that's nice. And yeah, this calls for a snack, damn it. I have hopia de leche. Hmm. Hmm. Evidently, we were not cautious enough. What is so important about this treaty? Our work here would have ensured a decade of prosperity between our two nations. Who do you think that benefits the most? The Koreans? No, they have no stomach for a war against our empire in the first place. Make no mistake, our emperor is the one who would have gained the most from this agreement, allowing him to recapture the hearts and minds of the people in the twilight of his reign. But he will be the one paying most dearly for its failure, like vultures circling a weak prey. His enemies will advance, mark my words. We have much to learn, your magistrate. We live in uncertain times. Each move we make now either secures the empire or precipitates its demise. Ooh, that's heavy. Do you have any reason to suspect anyone here? I wish I could say I do, but to my knowledge, no one here had any motive to kill him. Or at least, we don't know any any obvious motives, I guess. Why would they, right? But I will be in the sitting room if you need. And he goes. What the? Anything else I should be, like, doing in here? Probably not. Oh, okay, so we can. Captain Bay! Okay. Mm. Tree hollow, stone lantern. Okay, those are the things we can investigate, I guess. Okay. The death of this matter will undoubtedly carry severe consequences upon his return to Korea. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. Such a bad guard. I let I, I let him die. Hmm. I so should talk to him. Hmm. My name is Dee Renje. I am in charge of this investigation. Are you Ambassador Choice Military Guard? Yes, sir. I'm Captain. Okay, I can't take it seriously. I can't. Captain Bay of the Korean Royal Guard. but there is no need for any further formalities. I do not wish to speak to any Chinese official until an investigative team from my country is present. What do you mean? Why should I trust a Chinese detective when it is under Chinese care that the ambassador had been assassinated? Do you think me that naive? I need your help in order to solve this case. Your testimony may contain vital clues. My help. What protection did you offer my master? How did you help him? I understand your reservations, but if we do not act tonight, the trail may be lost, and we may lose our only chance to apprehend the killer. How can you just do nothing and wait? I will make a bargain with you. Show me that you are truly here to find the truth. So show me your skills as an investigator, and I will cooperate and answer your questions. Very well, you have a deal. I will return when I have uncovered more about the case. I shall expect your cooperation. Okay, that's something. No. Something seems to be stuck inside the tree trunk, but we have no means of getting it. Just beyond my grasp, I need something to extend my reach. Okay. I can feel its mist brushing against my skin, yet there is a gentle stillness to these falls that's hard to describe. These large stone lanterns help illuminate the garden. Okay, there's nothing I can actually do. Well, not here anyway. Oh. Mm. Oh yeah, cherry blossom. That's beautiful. Stone bench perfectly placed for taking in the sun on warm summer days. Okay. Perfect for a late night game of chess. A piece of cloth has been dropped on the ground. It's a rag coated with some kind of herbal oil. I can't quite identify the herb, but it has a minty aroma. His blank expression suggests a man looking for a distraction, but sweeping the floor doesn't seem to be helping. No shit. Alright. Yeah, that kind of time. You're the steward of this estate? Yes, sir, and you must be Adrian Gender, Detective Minister once spoke of. I'm Song Yuan Ming. I manage the small staff that cares for this compound and its guests. It's a relief to see you here, sir. Perhaps now we can find out what really happened here tonight. That's my hope also. Can you tell me how the night unfolded? Dreadfully, sir. Not in 100 years could I have imagined such terror. We thought this place was safe, untouchable even, but those notions were quickly smashed to bits tonight. Go on? Oh. I was in the kitchen when it happened. I was overseeing the plating of some desserts with Chef Chu, when for no apparent reason he just stumbled into the ground like a large sack of rice. I bent down to assist him, but suddenly my vision became blurry and my legs felt weak. My weight pulled me to the floor, and that was that. I was out cold. Later, when I came to and saw that Chu was still on the ground, I checked to see if he was still alive, which he was. I knew then that I had to run to the sitting room where I suspected the others had suffered similar fate, or worse. And there they were, all unconscious except for the ambassador's bodyguard. So I'm guessing either him or the bodyguard woke up first, I guess. I'm guessing the guard was first? I don't know. As I looked at him standing over his master's seat, it was at that moment that I realized the ambassador was missing. Did you wake the others? No, I didn't want to risk it. Who knows what kind of poison we had been subjected to. But there was no need. Only moments later, they all started waking one by one. Once Minister Wang... Come on, man. Seriously. Oh, you didn't even try to wake people up? Once Mr. Wan became fully aware of the situation, he immediately ordered us to search the premises for Ambassador Choi. I was as shocked as everyone else when his own guard found him dead in the garden grotto. What manner of sorcerer could have lured him into that cave? That is indeed a vital question, but for now, tell me about yourself and your staff. Well, the staff here is small, but we manage. Chef Chu, Chef Chu and I have been working here since the beginning. Sun Ying, the maidservant, came on board last spring. We had to replace the first maidservant because her mother was sick and she wanted to return home to care for her. The rules and routines here are very strict, with all the secrecy and all, so there's little room for error or improvisation, and tonight was no exception. How did you prepare for tonight? Did everything go according to plan? Yes, sir. Our preparations were meticulous as always. We first greeted Minister Wang, followed by the ambassador shortly after sundown. I set the tables and lit the evening candles, and we promptly began serving supper and then tea. That's when I headed back into the kitchen to help prepare the desserts. Well, you know what happened next. Did anyone else eat besides the minister and the ambassador? No, sir. The staff isn't allowed to eat until long after the guests have left. They've been instructed to eat before they arrive here, so it's usually not a concern. Same goes for the bodyguards. And am I right to assume that all the food is prepared on site? That's right, sir. Everything is prepared here by Chef Chu. We don't allow any food from the outside. About the candles. You said you lit the candles in the house at the start of the evening. What kind of candles do you use? Ah, for that you'll have to ask Sun Ying, the maidservant. She manages our candle supply. And did anyone change or handle the candles after initially lit them this evening? No, sir. Our candles usually last well into the night. Even now, they still burn in the house. Why are you sweeping? Under the circumstances, the minister has surely given you leave of your regular duties. Oh, yes, sir. This is just for me, or rather for my nerves. Keeping busy helps me stay relaxed. Besides, after all these years doing this job, I'm not used to sitting and waiting. Old habits die hard, I guess. Thank you. I'll leave you to your work. It's no trouble, sir. Okay. Okay. I wonder if we can, like, show it to the guy. Okay. I guess not. Um, Waterfall, chair, blossom, stone bench. Steward song. Well, we've interrogated them for now, I guess. Now, we go inside. Let's see what's... Ooh. Ooh, the music. Oh, the thing is just so big. Okay. I don't have the means to analyze the contents of the meal that was served. Here's an instinct and deduction. Yeah, no shit, I guess. Let's take a look. Ordinary campus. Mr. Songson, the maid servant, is responsible for the candle supplier. Okay. Okay, I think the candle is kinda sus, but how did they do it? That much, onions, ginger, garlic, the usual assortment of dried vegetables. Okay. Ooh. I wonder if I can take them. Add the charcoal that feeds the stove. I wonder if I can take it. Yes! I got it. I think we can like pull out whatever is in there. Oh, I can. Seems oddly relaxed. Lol. Okay. That's kinda sus. Are you the chef? Yes, sir. Chufu's the name. You must be the director. Yes, I am Renje. I'm the newly appointed investigator. Ah, the new investigating magistrate. Bangla. I've heard of you. Is that so? Yes, my cousin Singh is the cook at the military fort. He told me all about your recent visit there. He even told me you prepared the specialty pork dumplings. But between you and me, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you've had better. That cousin of mine, he's always been a bragger. Seems strangely undisturbed by tonight's events, Chef Chu. Tell me, have you been drinking wine? Oh no. Drinking on the job, man. You can't do that. Oh, well, I suppose I did have a sip of wine here and there. It's been such a long, stressful night. I was just trying to calm my nerves a little. I see. And do you think you're fit enough to answer a few questions? Fit enough? Ah, I'd wager I'm the sharpest one here, sir. You need not worry 1 second. Fire away. Well, at least he's up to it. I mean, you know, he's eager. Okay, let's go through the motions. What were you doing before you fell unconscious? Let's see, I was standing over there, plating those custard tarts. Mr. Song was standing right beside me. I swear that man wouldn't know the difference between a tart and a pie if his life depended on it. I don't even know if they had tarts and pies at the time. Don't get me wrong, he's a hard-working man and everything, but he doesn't know heads or tails in the kitchen. Well, anyway, it was around then that I started feeling dizzy, like I was in a drunken haze, but without the drinking. I think I must have blacked out after that. Last thing I remember is this distinct metallic smell in the air. Regrettably, I passed out before I could identify it. You think you could have identified it? Didn't I tell you, at the risk of sounding boastful, I am blessed with a nose, or should I say precise instrument, capable of recognizing any ingredient only by its scent. If he smelled it before, anyway. Probably. Oh man. In culinary school, they used to call me the Hound. One whiff of someone's breath and I could tell them the contents of their last meal. Would you like to give it a try? Why not? Sure. I don't see why not. I mean, I need some proof of that skill. Smells you had some steamed chicken. Prepared with ginger and chives, am I right? That's right. That's quite a talent you have there, Chef Chu. Haha! I knew a man like you could appreciate such refined senses. If you would like me to demonstrate it again, feel free to bring me anything with the slightest hint of an aroma. And I'll identify the source. That sounds quite useful. I'll keep that in mind. That's nice. It's like the human bloodhound. Let's go. About the dinner, sir. What can you tell me about tonight's dinner service? The minister prefers his meals light and simple. Tonight's menu was no different. I first prepared a sweet duck soup, followed by some fried fish, cakes, and white rice. The custard tarts were next, but as it turns out, we never got around to serving those. Do you prepare all the food yourself? Of course, unlike my cousin who relies on his assistants, I don't let anyone else touch my food. And besides, there are only a few people there, so one person could actually manage to, serve up something. And considering that the minister is, simple food, it's much easier on him by himself. Just nice. Tell me about yourself. You want to know about me? I see where this is going. I suppose we're all suspects here, aren't we? No need to be tactful around me, sir. I know how this works. You pretend your questions are harmless and routine. What? Damn. This guy aware. This guy is aware. Damn it. while all along standing in traffic, unsuspecting wrongdoers. Isn't that right? Nothing routine about murder, I guess. I mean, you get murders every day, but not every day about like someone famous. No, Chef Chu, either you start taking this seriously or I detain you in our fine jailhouse for wrongdoers until you start sobering up. I'm terribly sorry, sir. I was just testing. Didn't mean to offend. Must be the wine. I'm not usually this talkative. So I was saying, I come from a long line of chefs, 4 generations, if you can believe it. I've been a chef now for 16 years, and that's exactly 2 more than my older cousins sing. In recent years, I've settled for working for the imperial court, going wherever they ask. The pay is a little better, and I don't mind the traveling. My bachelor's life has its perks, Guess. Do you have any theories about the murder? It's no damn revolutionaries. They're plotting to overthrow the empire. I just know it. They have eyes and ears everywhere. Cousin Singh, he thinks I'm crazy. Doesn't think that the throne is vulnerable, but that's exactly the kind of thinking that will get you in trouble, too. You go, man. You wouldn't happen to have any proof of these conspiracy theories, would you? Proof? Well, not exactly. You see, it's more of a gut feeling than anything else. All these years cooking for scholars, aristocrats, and officers, one picks up on these things. I see. Unless your gut can muster up some actual evidence relating to the situation at hand, I'd rather we leave those grand theories for another day. Ah, yes, of course. You seem quite fond of your cousin Singh. Fond of him? You must be joking. He's been a nuisance all my life. He's more like a rival and nemesis. Why am I kidding? Singh's the only family I got, a true friend. Wait, you're not going to tell him that I said that, are you? You can't, you mustn't, or I won't hear the end of it. No need to worry, I won't tell myself. That's all for now, thank you. I think we can have him sniff out some things. Like this one. Can you identify the origin of the oil on this rag? It's peppermint. Peppermint? Are you certain? Possibly. Granted, I don't generally cook with it, but it's fine medicinal oil. Perfect for clearing a mild headache or perhaps a weird case of drunkenness. One whiff of this stuff will wake you right up. Right. True. Yes, of course. The killer had planned to put everyone to sleep, including the ambassador, but needed a way to wake him up. Thank you, Chef. That was very helpful. Okay. Ooh, we still got like 4 more pieces of evidence, guys. We doing it. Anonymous letters. All right, we can have him like smell this. Oh, probably not. I guess not. Well, you know what? Before we get... Oh, wait. Let's see what's in this. Okay, so it's recent. What's that? That's the date. A board detailing the week's menu. The only noteworthy thing is how well organized the staff is. Well, you gotta be. This is a small place. Okay, I think I'm gonna get whatever that is before I interview the lady. Before I forget, holy moly. Okay. Oh, damn, boy. Oh, boy. I don't think I'll... Like, okay, I think I'll have to exhaust everyone before I talk to him. Why does it... Ah, damn it. Why is it like whenever I enter a new place, it feels like something's going to happen, but not really. Okay. After kitchen, got a few clues. Hmm. Her hands are trembling like the others. The night seems to have taken a toll. Nonetheless, her rare beauty is quite striking. Okay. Hmm. Magistrate Direnje, I'd like to ask you some questions. Yes, sir, of course. My name is Sun Ying. I'm the maidservant. I'd like to hear your account of what happened today. Can you take me back to the beginning? Oh, it all happened so fast. I remember the minister and the ambassador arriving one after the other just after nightfall. I remember them settling into the sitting room. The minister sat here against the wall, and the ambassador was over there to his left. He began the dinner service soon after that. Ah, okay, so the middle spot and the spot on the right. Okay. And I remember Mr. Song saying he was going into the kitchen to check on the desserts. And that's when things took a terrible turn. One moment I was serving tea, and the next I was lying on the floor, confused and disoriented. When I realized we had been drugged and that the ambassador had been killed, I was so afraid. I didn't know what to think. All I know is that he didn't deserve to die that way. But our destinies are often beyond our own control. We bend and break at the mercy of a higher power. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to ramble. No need to apologize. What's taken place here tonight would unnerve the best of us. Thank you for your kind words. I hope you find the person who did this and bring them to justice. Okay, tell me about yourself. I'm just a simple servant girl. I've been since I was little. My parents died when I was running for myself. Sorry to hear that. Are you treated well? I am, sir, very well. Mr. Wang was a good man, and Mr. Song, very demanding, but I've never known him to be unreasonable. But now that this has happened, I wonder if they'll continue to let us work here. How did you end up working here? Yeah, you were a transferee. I applied to an agency to put my name on a waiting list and told me they'd contact me if anything came up. It's just so weird though, like this the way they refer to things. It's kind of modern. It's just weird. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how people like got servant girls at this point. But I don't know. It's kind of. I mean, how is she going to be contacted? What so post? Like, some person can deliver a letter to her or something. I heard the girl who worked here before me had to leave because she had to take care of her sick mother. I guess I was just next in line. After that, I was happy to pay them the refinder's fee. Who supplies the candles that are used throughout the house? I buy a new batch every week from a local candy maker. I don't remember his name, sir. But everybody in town buys their candies from his shop. Did you notice anything different about the latest batch? No, sir, they look and smell the same to me. They're just plain unscented candles. I'd like to examine any leftovers you may have. Where do you keep them? Ah, yes, of course. They're stored in a small lockbox in the storage room. Here's the key. Okay. Ah, boy. Okay, I think it. The candle is sus, but how? How would it be sus? Antique vase, judging by the style and shape, piece made date as far back as the Zhou dynasty. Man, there's no one here. Okay. Few spare chairs. Okay. Just ordinary supplies for the house. Including the broom. I need the key to open it. Oh, wait. Yeah, I apparently have to. Whoa. This candle's coloration is different from the others. Its midsection appears to be darker. The rest of the candles are unscented, but this one has an unusual odor. Unfortunately, I can't make out what it is. I think we should just take it. Take it to the chef, since he has a great nose and everything. What else is in here? Doors lead to the balcony, but it looks like they've been sealed shut. And they can't open up now. Yes. Yeah, it would be weird to have it sealed though. But I guess it's to minimize whatever. My grandfather had a chest just like this one, and he say it's easily 200 years old. Eh! Oh, yeah, I need a key for this. I need keys for this. Or wait. No. Okay, so there's a shape here. And these ones have to be I think, okay, have to be of the same. They have to make the same shape as this combined. So I have to turn some of them. Yeah, we need keys for these. And then we have to like turn them in a certain way. So the shape will be the same, kind of. I wonder if I can go here. Hey! Hi, Frankie! How are you? Oh god. I don't think the water is affected. Oh wait, I still have to ask the guard here. Hey. Oh. I need to. Yeah. I'm solving a murder. An ambassador is killed. So basically, oh, okay. That's nice. So resolving now, case of a dead ambassador. So apparently people have been put to sleep beforehand, and the ambassador was kind of led away from the dinner place to like some waterfall, and then he was killed there. Don't know why, don't know who. He was killed via candlestick. Yeah. And apparently, if I don't solve this case, it's gonna mean kind of like war between like China and Korea. mm, Kingdom. Oh. This is the personal guard of the minister. I think the rest of us are lucky to be alive. I know I'll be thanking the gods in my prayers tonight. Why may be so bold, sir? Something tells me Ambassador Choi was up to no good. Why else would someone go through all that trouble just to get to him? And whoever it was, they sure knew what they were doing. What can you tell me about Minister Wang? Minister Wang is an immensely disciplined man. His dedication to his work is remarkable. Although I don't know the details, I know that whatever treaty he and Ambassador Choi were working on was of great importance. And he poured himself into it. I just hope that after what happened tonight, some part of that work can still be saved. Have there been any other incidents since your time here in Pine Ladder? That's just it, sir. There have been no disturbances until today. Everything had been going so well, all that was left was for the two sides to sign the agreement, and the mission would have been complete. What are the security arrangements for this compound and its guests? My job is to ensure the security of the minister. Where he goes, I go. This compound simply acts as a secure meeting place. Since it's situated behind the military base just north of here and its location is kept top secret, there's no need for additional guards, which would only be suspicious. Of course. Like, if there are a lot of guards, it's gonna be like, it's going. There are important people in there. And they don't want people to know that. I see, and dignitaries such as Ambassador Choi also travel with guards. Yes, sir, if they travel alone, they do so at their own risk. In fact, many officials will travel with a larger contingent of bodyguards but for these meetings. I heard the Emperor himself requested that secrecy be the top priority. Yeah, we don't want people catching on to this treaty and end it before it's complete. However, well, it's not complete at all and someone's dead. So I guess I need to go back to the kitchen and have like the chef sniff things out. A Do you recognize the scent of the discolored part of this candle? Oh, yes, that's the same faint metallic scent that I detected in the air just prior to falling unconscious. It's hard to pinpoint since the substance is meant to be burned, but I'd wager a full purse that we're dealing with some form of opium. Opium? Can it be used to induce sleep? I suppose in the hands of a skilled chemist or herbalist it could be harnessed in such a way. Thank you for your assistance, Chef Chu. Okay. I guess... Okay, I don't think I can get any more things out of anyone else, so I'm gonna try asking the guard, the ambassador's guard, since he won't talk to me if I haven't found anything yet. And since I have found like 4 out of 6, I guess it's good at time as anything. A. Let's effing go. Let's see if we can talk to him now. I've discovered so far. Okay. It appears I have misjudged you, Magistrate Lee. Then I trust you understand the gravity of the situation. I certainly do, sir, but the truth is I failed at my job and now the ambassador is dead. Yeah, that's not good at all. For the bodyguard, that's the biggest failure. An ambassador was a strict man, but it was always fair and honorable. Oh, dude. Yeah, thoughts of vengeance will get us no closer to the truth. Much more hangs on the balance than just your pride. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have let my emotions take over. Tell me what you remember. Truthfully, I am as confounded now as I was when I first fell unconscious. I was standing in the corner of the sitting room, observing the ambassador and minister, when suddenly I could no longer support my own weight. My head was spinning and my balance was gone. I fell hard to the ground and then blackness. You see this? This bump on my head was not there earlier today, I can tell you that. And when you woke, what happened after you woke? When it became clear that the ambassador was not inside the house, I had a hunch that he might be here. So I came running immediately. That's when I discovered this lifeless body inside the cave. How did you know it would be in the grotto? It was just a guess, sir. You see, the ambassador spent much of his time here when he wasn't working. He enjoyed this garden very much, in particular this waterfall. He would often spend the entire afternoons out here and inside the cave. On those days he seemed peaceful. Did anyone ever join him in the cave? No, sir, never. This is the only entrance, and I was always standing guard at this very spot, in fact. No one else could have gone in without me knowing. What about you? Did you ever join him inside? No, the ambassador made it very clear that it was not to be disturbed. Hmm. Was the ambassador's usual self? Did you notice anything unusual about the ambassador? Ambassador Choi was a very private man. We rarely talked about anything other than official business. But from my vantage point, he did strike me to be especially preoccupied in recent weeks. Preoccupied? How so? I can't explain it really. There was just this look in his eyes, like his mind was drifting. You know, that look on someone's face when they daydream? And of course, all that time he spent in that cave by himself was so strange. I could never understand why he liked it in there so much. Have you seen him like that before? In all my years serving as his personal bodyguard, I can't recall a time when he appeared so distracted. But in these last few weeks, something seemed to be bothering him. Are you aware of anyone who wanted to harm the ambassador? In Penglai? I find that very hard to believe. Since our arrival 5 months ago, we have resided in the Chinese military base down the road, and have rarely ventured beyond these walls. Outside of his regular visits here to work on the treaty, the ambassador was very careful to avoid all unnecessary contact. Right. You'd say he spent a lot of time in this compound. Did he have much contact with the staff members? He rarely spoke to them directly. Most of the time, if he had any requests, they were delivered by me. And those were usually the mundane type, like asking the cook to put less sauce in his meals or requesting a maidservant to put his cap out to dry. Huh. That reminds me, I need to retrieve the ambassador's cap from the main courtyard. Dun dun dun! There's already a cap here, so how the heck? Are sure you are not mistaken? There is already a cap near the ambassador's body. How can it be in the main courtyard? Yes. Well, you see, the ambassador is a rather portly man, and on humid nights such as this, he has a tendency to perspire, causing the underside of his cap to become damp. He used to complain about the discomfort, so he usually carried the spare cap with him. It was customary for him to switch to the fresh one before a meal. It's taken out. Did you ask the maidservant to take it out this evening? Yes, in fact, the maidservant usually came to collect the cap as soon as we arrived. I suppose she picked up on the routine pretty quickly. Interesting. So the cap in the cave is the replacement, and the one in the maid courtyard was the original he was wearing when he arrived. Yes, that's correct. Where exactly can I find the original? I think the maidservant usually puts it on a stone bench by the north wall of the main courtyard. In that case, allow me to retrieve the hat for you, Captain. I'll be sure to return it to you after I've examined it. Of course, thank you, Magistrate B. Oh boy, we may have more questions for you later on. Yeah, more questions, huh? Oh boy. I think we're close. I think we're close. I think we're close, guys. Ah! Stonebridge perfectly placed for taking in the sun on warm summer days. Okay. I'm guessing the caps. No hat. Captain Bay said the ambassador's cap should be on this bench, or it could be. I wonder if we could talk to Stuart Song. See if there's a cap there. I'm looking for Ambassador Choi's cap, the one that the maidservant would have taken out to dry upon his arrival this evening. Have you seen it? I'm afraid I haven't seen it, sir. Better off asking Sun Ying, but she's a clumsy girl, that one. Wouldn't it surprise me if she misplaced it. And between you and me, I don't think she'll last here much longer. What makes you say that? Well, I suppose I've seen her kind before, so careless and too cunning for her own good. I can the good ones for the bad ones, you know. I've served in many distinguished houses like the Langs of Duji province. Must have heard of them. Served the great Yang family for over 10 years. That is until 2 years ago when the eldest son threw away the fortune in the gambling halls. Yeah. Okay. That's not a good way to go. I thought then that my fate had been sealed, destined to wait tables in tasteless inns and wine houses. Yeah. Fortunately, the young matriarch was good enough to write me a letter of recommendation before things got even worse. That's how I ended up here, sir. So you were acquainted with Minister Wang? No, not at the time, sir, but you see, Minister Wang was once very close to the Lang clan. And when I presented him with proof that I have served the Yang household with distinction, he was quite swift in his decision to hire. Yes, I remember now. I heard about the Liangs while I was taking my final literary examination in the capital. Memory serves, official reports held that after suffering the shame of financial ruin, the entire family had committed suicide in their ancestral home. Oh God. Okay, that was a big shame. Like, big shame. News of that terrible scandal echoed throughout the capital for weeks. Ooh. I'm actually glad that this steward actually just got out there before things went to shit. Ah, okay. Hasty and insincere. Fortunately, knowledge of the affair is only second hand. We need something more substantial if we wish to confront him. Perhaps Minister Wang may know more. Ah, okay, okay. I wonder if it has anything to do with it, though. Either way, the maidservant is kinda sus. Hmm. About the house steward. Steward of this estate. Credits a letter written by the late Madame Liang of Dushi. Yes, that is true. I did hire him largely on the strength of that recommendation. Liang Tao and his wife were a formidable aristocratic couple whose influence reached far and wide. I was fortunate enough to call myself a friend, but over the years we had lost touch. Truth be told, even at a young age, their firstborn son was an incorrigible troublemaker who left an unsettling impression on me. Perhaps I distanced myself without even knowing it. Okay. In the end, that his gambling addiction was the cause of their downfall did not entirely surprise me. Even so, when I heard the news of their tragic demise, I was deeply saddened. I made many inquiries, holding out hope that the rumors surrounding their ritual suicide were grossly exaggerated, that perhaps some members of the family had survived the ordeal. I understand this is a sensitive personal matter for you, Minister, but I assure you, I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't important. Well, very well. My initial inquiries were fruitless until one day, months later, I received word from a reliable source that someone had indeed escaped unharmed. Although Madame Liang had accepted the path that her husband had chosen, her compliance did not extend to taking the life of their 3-year-old granddaughter. She secretly made sure that the young one was spared the lethal dose of poison that killed the rest of them. Oh, okay. How remarkable. Indeed, that little girl, she's nothing less than a miracle. With luck, she will live out the rest of her life peacefully in Shangdu, where we were able to locate a distant relative willing to take her in. So you see, when Song came to me with that letter of recommendation, I took it as an act of providence, one last opportunity to do right by my old friends. Any other thoughts on the case? I suppose I should feel relieved that the killer only intended to kill the ambassador. But I can't help but wonder why the rest of us were spared. The killer obviously had the means to murder everyone here. Why did he choose to let us live? What sort of devious plot were we victims of? Thank you, Mr. Wang. Now that I know the more private details about the Liang affair, I can confront Song to see if his story holds up. I don't think the steward is sus though. He's just kind of, kind of, his nerves are getting to him. You mentioned your service for the Liang family. Finer point concerning that affair. I thought surely if anyone could help us settle the question, it would be you. I hope you can indulge my curiosity. But sir, aren't there more pressing matters to attend to? I'm afraid you misunderstood me. That was not a request, it was an order. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, Praise the ruiners. The Liang family received their ancestral home and committed rituals. Can tell me, right? They all died, I think. Uh-huh. So, you knew the entire truth. Wang is such a person who knew her husband's suicidal plans and had no choice but to follow his wishes. See the family's youngest, her 3-year-old granddaughter suffered the same fate. Madame Liang made sure the girl spared the lethal dose of poison that killed the others. But you could not have known that, since contrary to false claim, it never works for the Liangs at all. But not another. Oh, wow. Okay. Lack of sense, very smart man. Like everyone else at the time, we heard the stories about the Liangs and decided you could use that knowledge to their advantage. Fortunately, the letter he claimed was written by the matriarch and light doorway into the current. Come on. It's true that I lied about my past, I won't deny it any longer. I was desperate for a job, and although I worked as a servant before, I knew that I lacked the experience. Okay. So, yeah, just nothing to do with ambassador. What else did you lie about? Oh, the ambassador's cap. I was the one who took it from the stone collection. It deceived me just after the maidservant brought it out. It was nothing nefarious, sir. I swear. I needed something to protect myself from Sun. Like you, she somehow found out about my dishonesty. She said she would keep quiet, but warned me that she would one day ask for something in return. I didn't want to take any chances, so I thought that if I could get the masters to trust her, I could even the odds. So you stole the cap as an insurance policy against your own deceit. I just wanted to hide it long enough to undermine her confidence, sir. I was going to return it, I swear. I know how foolish that was now. Please have mercy on this humble servant, sir. Petty squabbles are of little concern. As you said yourself, there are more pressing matters at hand. Now tell me where you hid the cap. It's in the storage room. I placed it in the locked wooden chest. But in all the commotion, I seem to have lost the only key. That's why I've been sweeping the floors all night, sir. I've been searching all over for it. Look, I was able to find a piece of it. What do you mean a piece? Well, that chest has a very unique locking mechanism, sir. This key is actually made up of 3 discrete pieces. It's an old Han Dynasty relic. But Minister Wang is fond of antiques. Must have dropped them earlier, but I've only managed to recover one of the 3 pieces. That box in the storage room with the 3 key thingers on it. Yeah. That of a puzzle. Yeah. It was just so big, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did kind of, yeah. Now you know how far I tested this damn game. I did forget most of it though. So, yeah. Speak to the others about the 2 missing pieces. Oh, great. Now the final piece. The cap. What was in the cap? And who was the killer? Oh, God. I wonder if we can search for things though. I wonder if we can find the keys though. The lady is gone, damn it. I wonder if we can ask people for the key. God. Did you happen to come across a key that was dropped somewhere in the premises earlier tonight? Key? I don't think. Wait, do you mean this thing? I found it in the courtyard. Or was in the city. Anyway, here you can have it. Okay, we have two of them now. Oh god. I swear, this guy is like the most helpful person in this whole damn case. I wonder. I wonder if we found any of the other. She's missing. I hate this. I don't like this at all. She's missing. Do you have any keys? Can't say that I have. Okay, let's see if the guard has it. Like the Korean guard. If not, we're going to go for like the. We're going to go for the Chinese guard, and then we'll have to look for the lady. I have to look for the maidservant. I have a bad feeling about it though. Key that was dropped somewhere in the premises. Come across any keys. Oh boy. Okay, let's ask. Let's ask. I don't really want to go into the storage, to be honest. Where the heck is it? Where the heck? Well, if anything though, like the steward is doing a pretty good job of the whole thing, and no wonder he was useless in the kitchen. It's because he wasn't exactly a servant there at all, or he wasn't too experienced. I wonder if he found anything. Oh god. Oddly shaped key in the main courtyard. What the heck? Okay. I'm like, oh hey, what's this key? Oh hey, what's this key? Okay. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Can I save? Is there any way to save? Oh god. I'm a. Yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3. I have a bad feeling. Oh shit! Oh god. But why? Is there anything on her? Uh, yeah, she was alive only minutes ago. Oh god. Um, do I still go for the chest? Oh god. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we might get to know some things. Oh god. I don't want to look. Ah, there we go. Still locked. Rotate these dice to the right position. Okay, so we're gonna have to follow this pattern. We're gonna have to make sure that combined, these things make up this pattern. I'm gonna have to rotate this twice at least. I know this resets after a few turns, so we'll have to. Okay, not uncover that. What about the other? Oh god, wait. Oh, okay. And then yeah, this one. Ah, shit. Total of 6 turns. I hate this. everything turns clockwise, I think. Yeah. Okay, this one I think is in the right position, so we don't need to go for this one. Guess not. Ah, you know what? I'm gonna blow it. Okay. Yeah, okay. So there has to be one here. That one at least. That takes care of that one. Considering if if it's actually right, that will make it double though. There we go. The cap the ambassador was wearing before it was exchanged for the replacement, seen as a secret compartment. Yeah, boy. Here we go. Kochan's secret pocket sewn into the lining. This one also has a small piece of photo paper inside. I wonder what it is. My beloved Sun Ying, though you may despise me for it, my duty to my country compels me to choose against my own heart. Oh, okay. These past few weeks by your side have ignited a fire within me that will never die, but now I must return to Korea. It is with great regret that I cannot take you with me. I hope you can someday forgive me. Yours, Choi Young. Oh boy. Oh boy, they had the thing. How clever. The cap replacement was just a way for them to exchange messages. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, I can't. I, oh boy. Well, shit. Okay. uh, ah, boy. Okay, let's go. Uh, let's go and talk to Minister Wang. Oh boy. I believe I have the facts of the case. Here's what I think happened. Okay. Oh boy, we're gonna reenact the case. Let's go. At first, what took place here tonight seemed overwhelming. A secret diplomatic mission, a mysterious sleeping gas, a cold-blooded murder, and in the end, an inexplicable suicide. It was probably, the minister probably surprised. What? Wait, what do you mean suicide? Um, your maidservant is dead. At the heart of the matter was but a simple connection between two people. Ambassador Chor, unbeknownst to even his bodyguard, the two of them were exchanging letters upon each visit to this compound. To accomplish this, they used the cap exchange. Using the pretense, oh god, pretenses with an S, right? Of switching caps for the ambassador, the two of them managed to create a private line of communication. Yeah. Over the course of many secret exchanges, an illicit affair grew into a loving bond. I suspect many of the messages exchanged contained directions for each time the pair would meet. All that was needed was an agreed upon time, as the place was sure they could always guard the grotto. Of course, the waterfall provided cover, and, well, the guard would stay outside. When his guard would stay outside, the ambassador asked his lover to wait patiently inside. But their love story was doomed to fail. After all, how could a high-ranking Korean diplomat return to his homeland with a Chinese servant girl as his mistress? It is a bitter truth, an all too rigid view of love, but the truth the ambassador had come to accept. But Sun Yi had no intention to comply. Instead, she set in motion a cunning plan for one last meeting. If he still refused her, he would pay the ultimate price, but if he chose to be with her instead, they would have simply returned to the house to perform a bit of theater. True. Everyone in the house would have woken up with a mild headache, but none the wiser. But Ambassador Choi did not have a change of heart, and so she carried out her vengeful killing. While his back was turned, struck him with a candlestick. Yeah, boy! Already carrying a candlestick. I guess it's because it's dark, yeah. Sun Ying waited until the opportune moment to strike. The ambassador never had a clue. She had managed to fool everyone into thinking that she had fallen unconscious as well, lightly using a rag or handkerchief to cover her nose and mouth, so fleeing was not necessary. But like all murderers, she had left a trail waiting to be uncovered. When she realized that I was close to identifying her, she did what perhaps she had planned all along. She committed suicide too. Okay, so either to avoid getting caught or join the mass. What took place here tonight was a love affair gone wrong. There were no political machinations at play, no revolutionary plots to unravel. It was a simple tale of passion and rage. But I wonder where she got the candle for it, no? I mean, opium, man. That's like, whoa. Afterwards, it never ceases to amaze me how the human heart can be so frail and yet so hardened at the same time. I am in your debt, your magistrate, blah 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 blah. Thank you, sir. I'm happy I could be of service. Then why the long face? By solving this case, you've given this treaty a chance of revival. You've done a great service to me and, more importantly, to His Highness. Thanks to you, diplomatic means are still within reach, as the Koreans can hardly blame us for their own man's weaknesses. It's not like he actually really, like, acted on it, though. Like, really acted on it. Should be proud of this accomplishment, and I will make sure the Emperor knows of your outstanding service. Ah, shit. I closed it again. Wait. I didn't know where the cursor was. I'm humbled by your kind words, Minister, but if I may speak frankly, something about this case, about Sun Ying, still leaves me uneasy. And what might that be? I've yet to put my finger on it, but I have a lingering feeling that something doesn't fit. Nonsense, that woman was a spiteful wench who committed premeditated murder. I see no flaw in your theory. This is no time to second-guess yourself, Dee. If you wish to serve the Emperor, there's much more work to do. Perhaps you're right. I'm probably just overthinking. I don't know. Dude, listen to your instincts, dammit. Remember this night, young detective. You now stand at the crossroads to greatness. There's no turning back. I don't know. I mean, he is getting a feeling. Yeah, something is not quite right. I mean, how did she source that? For one, how long did she plan this? Chapter 1, The Stranger in the Dream. Oh, okay. Yeah, the last part was a crawler. 10 months later. Okay. Oh, I can't move my mouse? What? I've been here before. Some invisible force is pulling the boat forward. Through the fog, I can see a small island with a tower standing at its center. It beckons me. I don't know. You know, in so far, I think I like Firework a little better than this one. But who knows? Things can change. I mean, every point and click must have some sort of... Okay, so there's a drum and there's a deer. Why is there a deer? I mean, deer is blocking the passage to the tower. What a magnificent animal. I wonder if it will let me pass. I wonder if I can talk to it though. Song. You speak? Flawless deduction, detective. Can you tell me why am I... Why am I... Song, you must play the song. I don't understand. What song? Your song. What the heck? Okay. Suddenly a drumstick. What? Odd looking drumstick. Might as well take it, I guess. So are we supposed to play the drum then? A large drum. It resembles a toy pellet drum I cherished as a boy. Okay. Okay. It's the yin yang symbol. Yes, these are Bible symbols. Distinct sound. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh no, is this like one of those like... Oh. No. Okay. Okay. One, two. Okay. God damn it. Do I have to guess everything? Okay. One. God damn it. Not that one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, not that one. This is a guessing game, damn it. Oh dear. I think I should take note of it. Like, what I've already pressed. Okay. Yeah, I probably should take note of it because I have a shitty memory. So it's left one, and then okay, so north 3, and then right 1. I'm not sure. Let's see. 1, 2. Nope. Nope. so. Oh, okay. That was it. Okay. That was something. Okay. Was that even the song though? Can we talk now? What a fine tune you played, DJ. You know me? It is you that the drum calls, your song breaks the silence. Who are you? In this place, names are unimportant except your own. Okay. What am I doing here anyway? This is trippy. You are needed. The moment has come for you to show your true self, but time is fading. The wolf is on the move. Calamity is upon the flower and the flesh, the gold and the gate. What calamity? Who is in danger? What can I do? Cross the threshold and protect the lost ones. Break the wolf's spell and save the remaining roses. Now go, speak no more. Go before it is too late. Climb the tower and save her. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I have a bad feeling about this. No shit. Ah! They're ninjas, damn it! What the heck? Ah! Ninjas in China, guys! Ninjas in China! The same dream again. No matter how many times I run up that tower, bloodshed is all that ever comes from it. And what of the talking deer who seems to speak in riddles? I must not dwell on that now. My new assignment awaits. Alright. I guess... I'm guessing these murders are what they call... I guess the people involved in these murders are what the deer is calling the roses. I guess. Before I go, I should add an entry to my journal about the dream. Ah, damn. Oh, wait. Why am I clicking outside? I don't think I can. Okay. This is the journal, right? Add an entry about last night's dream. Late spring 8689. Oh wow, okay. I solved my first major case in Panlay. At first confounded, I needed to peel away the onion's many layers to find at its center a simple story. A prideful man murdered by a scorned lover. Yet again, I'm reminded of the fragility of the human heart. But it seems the minister took notice of my work. He spoke of how I would gain favor with the emperor now that I had resurrected the border treaty. He even spoke of greatness in me. A silly notion, I thought. I had only done my job, and perhaps had I done it better, Sun Ying would still be alive. She remains in my thoughts, ever mysterious. What the heck? Okay. And then after that, like, the emperor is dead. Oh well, shit. Okay. So what of that treaty now? The emperor is dead. It is the saddest of days. News from the capital arrived this morning. A mysterious illness said to be caused by lingering health issues took hold and never let go. Now, with the outcome of the Korean treaty on hold, his legacy will surely suffer. Generations in my family have served the emperor and his forebears, his royal mandate woven into my own sense of purpose. It is time of deep reflection, a time of mourning. Okay. This is like 10 months later? Okay, so late summer 689, I've begun having a very peculiar recurring dream. In it, I find myself on a small boat gliding across the water as if pulled by an invisible force. It eventually brings me to a tiny island populated only by strange talking deer, and a shadowy figure standing atop a great temple. But just as I managed to convince the creature to allow me passage up the tower, I sense a grave danger looming over me. What happens next is unclear, but one thing is certain. No matter how hard I try, I fail to overcome the sinister threat. Late winter 690, the Emperor's still grieving wife, Consort Wu, has now broken with tradition and proclaimed herself the Empress and rightful ruler of China. There are rumors of her brutal tactics reverberating across the imperial echo chamber. Stories of ruthless reprisals and a secret police force used to silence her opposition. Yeah, in the movie, the Phantom Flame, uh, it actually Consort Wu is already the emperor, or she was going to be proclaimed the empress, and Detective D actually saved her by stopping this plan of having her killed via accident, quote unquote. But I guess, well, this doesn't follow that, of course. This is by another whatever. I'm not sure if like Detective D is a character or is a historical figure. I don't know enough. But that's the thing. But I'm guessing he didn't solve that case. I mean, or else he wouldn't even be here. Because yeah, because then in that movie he was broken out of prison, and by the end of it he couldn't go outside in the sun anymore because he's gonna burn to death if he ever went out into the sun, unless he got a cure for that. Anyway. Okay. But what am I to believe? Was her rise power illegitimate, or are these aspersions nothing more than exaggerated hearsay spread by envious detractors? No doubt, a woman reigning over the empire for the first time will vex the establishment. I mean, they are kind of against women being in power anyway. I mean, back then it was very male only. I mean, we're not gonna deny that. We must come together for the we must survive this turmoil. We must come together for the good of the realm. Early spring 690, 10 months have passed since the Korean ambassador's murder. 8 have gone by since the death of Emperor Gaozong, and another 2 have elapsed since Wu Zetian rose to power. Yet today I received a letter from the Ministry of Justice declaring that I am to become the new investigating magistrate of Chang'an. Oh, okay. And that I am required to appear at the capital without delay. It seems the Empress wants to meet me. I think I want to meet her too. Okay. Might as well make our own new journal entry. I arrived in Chang'an last night. I made my way to the Justice Department where I am to stay. A young lieutenant showed me to my new living quarters. But my first night here is marred by the same cryptic dream. I wake with a sense of dread and restlessness. I feel I can ignore it no longer, but what can I do? Oh boy. Shit is gonna happen. What's this? My lucky jade horse. It was a gift from my father. I take it with me whenever I go. Okay. Can I look out the window? Capital city of Chang'an. I'm fond of the time I spent here during my imperial examinations. Father served here as an imperial counselor for some years. But despite all that, the city never quite felt like home. A promotion as the magistrate of such an important region will come with a lot of responsibility. I hope I can live up to my father's good name. The name is very important back then. But then again, even now, even if it's not, your family, your own name is pretty important. Like, how you carry yourself. Are you a good person or are you a bad person? I didn't have much time to pack my things, but the essentials are in there. Okay. Nothing else? Nothing else? I hope I don't have to go back here. But then again, I'll probably know if... Of course I'm gonna like, take a look at the plant. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, that whole place is big. Okay. What's this? The Justice Department. A rather frail-looking plant to place by itself in such a large courtyard. Yeah, that's kind of shit. Okay. Can I even take the hammer though? Started looking hammer I may have a use for this. I don't know, man. Like someone's clearly putting tiles on the scaffold. Yeah, no shit. Well, you know what? Let's take it. They may get other hammers anyway. I don't know. Oh, I can go to the lobby. I can go to the map. Oh, okay. So I'm inside the Justice Department? Am I? I need to meet with the Empress before I do anything else. Okay, so I have to exit to the map. And then go to, like, Palace and shit. Oh, wow. Okay, this thing big. I like Justice Department, Imperial Palace. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. Okay. Oh, man. This thing big, not gonna lie. I kind of remember that movie with like the women, like with having that had like women in power, and then like the men were treated like slaves or something. I forgot the title was though, but there. We found and captured the... Ah, well, shit. Yeah, the internet is starting to act up, or at least earlier anyway. I'm not sure what happened exactly. Um. hmm. Okay, so they got. So we're now in the palace, and some person is saying we found and captured the rebels responsible for the attack on the royal temple. Good. By attacking the sacred temple, they are trying to undermine the symbol of my heavenly mandate. Um. Right. No quarter is to be given to these agitators. Do you think General Zhang may have something to do with the recent disturbances? Zhang is a hardline traditionalist whose opposition against me is as clear as a stake in a barren field, but I know how to catch snakes like him. Where is the Renje? No. He's here, Your Majesty, waiting in the antechamber. So it seems she has like lady guards now and stuff. Oh well, shit. Wait. You know what? I think. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll just like try to, yeah, go with the POV. Ah, okay. Wait, I'll start it up again. Wait. Ah, there we go. Is here, Your Majesty, waiting in the antechamber. Are you sure he can be trusted? That is what I intend to find out. Bring him in. Oh boy. Ah, hello, Empress. Man. From what I know, though, like, he does become a kind of a loyal person to the Empress. Okay, I guess I should just head towards her. Welcome, dear Ranger. I have been looking forward to meeting you. I'm honored. His humble servant is honored by your Majesty's reception. I trust you had the chance to rest last night. I understand you left Panlai 3 days ago to undertake the long journey to the capital. Yes, but the road was kind to us. My caravan arrived at the Justice Department just after nightfall. I had sufficient time to settle in for a night's rest. Good, the winds of change are blowing. There is no time to waste. Tell me, Majesty, do you know why I called for you at this particular moment? I'm not sure I follow. I thought perhaps you may be wondering why it took so long for your promotion to the capital to be confirmed. After all, that was my husband's wish before his untimely death. When he heard of how you solved the Korean ambassador's murder and rescued his border treaty, he made it very clear he wanted you to serve by his side. Oh, okay. Okay. So that was what he was like, describing in the diary before. If he were still with us today, he would have been reassigned to Chang'an long ago. I humbly serve the imperial court where I am needed, Your Majesty. I mourn Emperor Gaozong's death, but it is not my nature to question my position or rank. It is a rare thing to witness true modesty. The truth is my transition to power was not without some interference. Well, no shit. Because you're a woman, in this kind of society, being a woman, you know, it's a hard, even if you are, say, married to the emperor, it's not automatic that, oh, you're suddenly the heir, and they're gonna try to look for males. The same kind of meddling and disapproval I've encountered all my life. But I will not tolerate folly for the sake of Pasa traditionalism. I hope I can count on your loyalty just as my husband did. My loyalty is to the law, and I will serve it to the best of my ability, so long as your majesty permits it. I see. And what if the law is unjust? The law does not stand still, and neither should we. Injustice must be confronted head on. Indeed, men can be fools misguided by power and greed. Such vipers are around every corner. Ooh, that poison in her words is just. In fact, the man that you are replacing, a man whose name deserves no mention in these hallowed halls, was such an offender. A horrid man who routinely abused his power. His worst sin of all was that of incompetence. But enough about the past. You are here because I need someone to succeed where he failed. Di Renje, I hereby name you the new investigating magistrate of Chang'an. What say you? Oh man, do I? It will be my privilege to serve the people of Chang'an in the name of the Dragon Throne. Then it is done. Rise now as my chief agent of justice. You are now the guardian of Chang'an, the jewel of China, finest city in the world. But I am afraid not all is right in our shining capital. I fear a sickness of doubt and fear is spreading across our streets and homes. The hearts and minds of men are fragile. As the first woman to hold the mandate of heaven, I cannot allow my reign to be crippled by this infection. I must show the naysayers that I can be as strong as any man, even if I must rule with an iron fist. The sickness must be stamped out. Law and order must be swift and unyielding. We must govern virtuously if the hearts and minds your majesty speaks of can be redeemed, or indeed cured. I fear force alone is not enough, the answer. How pragmatic of you, Magistrate Dean. I suspect even my husband may have underestimated your gift for counsel. Your notions of virtue and violence are sobering, but we are nonetheless responsible for cleaning the streets of the miscreants who would dare undermine our empire. And that is exactly what you shall do. I am your Majesty's command. Before I relieved him of his duties, your predecessor was working on a case that, shall we say, overwhelmed his limited intellect. A young woman by the name of Shu Lin Fei was viciously murdered in her own home 9 days ago. A short inquiry ended with the poor woman's blind father detained and charged for the crime. What? What? Wait, why? Whoa, wait. I sense a grave injustice is being done. Your immediate task is to reopen this investigation and find out the truth behind this heinous crime. And if what you discover should exonerate her father, I would like you to report back to me directly. Yes, of course. Your first lieutenant at this Justice Department can apprise you of further details, but you may ask me any questions you like. Do I wish her cause? Oh. Husband. Oh! Oh, hi, Jolo. Hey. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, so we're playing Detective D, the Silk Rose Murders, and we're meeting with the Empress for the first time. Oh! Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm eating something, sorry. But there, so we're going to start a new case. Earlier we solved one. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm playing as a detective, and yes, I will try to make you proud. So I'm now Magistrate of Chang'an. Damn it. Let's go. Another country into the world stage, and now it is up to us to fulfill that destiny. Now is the time to look to the future. Okay. Okay, so basically the case is so supposedly there's a girl that's killed in her own home, and apparently her blind father was accused. Uh, uh, the Empress thinks that the father is wrongly accused of the crime because, well, he's blind. I mean, come on. And besides, why would he even kill his own daughter? So there. So she's asking me to reinvestigate the case and see what actually happened. But I don't really know why she's so interested in what a seemingly small case. Yeah, like this one. Does Your Majesty have a special interest in this case? Surely only weeks after an enthronement ceremony, police matters are the least of your concerns. On the contrary, there is no greater threat to the Empire than the spread of fear and hatred from within. Okay, so she's trying to go for the smaller... Ah, what the... Oh my god, another raid! Thank you! Thank you for the raid, Azzy! I was going to, watch it earlier, but stuff happened. Oh my god. Thanks for the raid! How was your stream? How was your stream? How were your streams? Oh my god. Yeah. How were all your streams? Oh damn it. Cause there was a raid just before yours, Azzy. So we're playing Detective D, the Silk Rose murders, and we're going to investigate another murder. Oh, oh wow. That is just so cute. I don't know what those rolling things are, but damn. So I'm going to investigate. I'm going to investigate another murder. There was a murder earlier of an ambassador, and now there's a murder of like a girl. And it seems the Empress is interested in it because she wants to prove, I think, that the current government or her government is. Oh, it's a Wooloo. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so she, I think she wants to prove to the people that hey, we care about you. You know, so now she's trying to prove that. And why are you going to fucking imprison a blind man just because? What can you tell me about Victor? Shun and Faye met a horrible end at first. Oh, strangled to death. Her misery did not stop there. After taking her life, the murderer went on to mutilate. Ew. Why? Why? You're lucky that you did not see the suicide earlier. It was like an actual graphic hanging. Anyway. But here, I hope the killer doesn't kill themselves again. Hmm. Murder went on to mutilate her, carving out her heart and taking it from her life. Ew. Yeah, that is kind of barbaric. Such hatred would suggest the killer may have known the victim, perhaps someone close, someone seeking revenge. And I don't think the dad would have done it. I mean, why? Whatever the motive, I want to see this wretched killer captured and punished for what he has done. I will not stand for such depravity. The whole of the country watches my every move. I will not have my mandate tarnished by a deviant. Okay, okay. About the accused. Yeah, what can you tell me about the accused? Your predecessor believed that the victim's father, Shudan, came to resent his daughter for abandoning him for several years. What? Okay. She eventually returned, but by then his heart had soured and filled with hate, igniting this violent outburst. But your majesty does not believe this theory. Not for a second. Setting aside the fact that the father is an old blind man, only a fool could theorize that a woman so obviously devoted to her father could deserve such retribution. Even during all those years away from his side, she made sure to send money for his game. Ah, okay. So there was no real reason for him to kill her. Is there anyone else in the house? That's what I'm going to ask because someone else might be taking care of the father for the lady and has probably been like taking the money for himself or herself. Who knows, you know? Besides, her predecessor would have sooner forced a square peg into a round hole than do any real police work. Okay. I've told you everything I know. For as for what is still unknown, I expect you to uncover it and return the favor. You may speak to Commander Yao if you need any additional assistance. She is my most trusted officer. Thank you, Your Majesty. And she has a like a lady guard here. Awesome. And yet she still wears her hair on. Let's go. Beautiful and intimidating. She has an air of confidence that's undeniable. Yeah. Look at that raised chin. Let's go. I didn't get the chance to introduce myself before. My name is the Ranger. I know who you are. Yes, of course. You must be the head of Her Majesty's security force. I'm no mere security personnel. I'm Yao Ming, commander of the Imperial Guard. Friends. Sure, you meant no offense. I see it in your posture. You carry yourself with the poise of a highly skilled martial artist. I dabbled in martial arts myself when I was young, though I discovered early that I had no gift for it. Oh, damn. Okay. But you, on the other hand, must be a very talented, brave warrior. Why else would the Empress put you in charge of her personal safety? I suggest you tread carefully. Yeah. You have to face it as trust is betrayed. Okay. Intentions of what do you want? I don't know. Okay. About the Empress. Strong and fearless leader. Yeah, no shit. What she has endured and overcome is a shining example for all of us, but I would think a detective of her stature could easily detect such qualities. Yeah, I guess. I mean, she is very, very strong-willed. Do you know anything about the Shu Lin Fei case? Only that the man who did it deserves to die a thousand deaths. That man you believe the father is guilty? No, that is not what. Ah, okay, okay. I simply meant that I've never known a woman capable of such brutality, have you? No, I can't say that I have. Ah. But it may be possible that, it's a woman. I mean, we can never tell. Listen carefully, dear. I do not trust you. I have no reason to trust you. I do not know you, and from my perspective, nor does the Empress. What you do from this moment forward will signal to me whether you truly are a trustworthy ally or an adversary to be dealt with. Your fierce loyalty is commendable, Commander Yao. With time, I do hope I can gain your trust. Okay. Yeah. I like the music and the map. That's nice. A little unset. Kind of jarring now. Or at least a bit. Magistrate Lee, we're back. Yeah. And I think that's the lieutenant. Madawe, we spoke briefly last night when you arrived. I take it you just returned from your visit with the Empress, or how did it go? Meetings like that made me so nervous I just start babbling. One moment I'm all quiet and the next I'm going on and on about heaven knows what. I'm doing it right now. I'll shut up now, sir. You don't have to be nervous around me, ma. Do I say I was at ease or do I say I was nervous? I think he was kind of nervous. I mean, he's meeting with such an important person for the first time. You know what? I was at ease in Her Majesty's presence. In fact, the meeting was very productive. It seems we have a lot of work ahead of us. Certainly, sir, I'm here to help in any way I can. But let's begin with the Shulin Fei case. I need to know all the details and see the evidence collected so far. Ah, yes, of course. I was hoping we could get another crack at that case, but I'm afraid there isn't much to look at, sir. Everything we have is inside that evidence box. I've laid it out on the desk behind me. It's a shame, really, but Magistrate Liu, he wasn't one for paperwork. Do you mean Liu Zilin? He was the previous magistrate? That's right, sir, you know? Yes, he was a classmate during my time at the Imperial Academy. Sadly, he was the kind of person who enjoyed preying on the less privileged, bully through and through. Owing to his father's position as powerful minister, Zelin's misconduct was routinely ignored. Worse still, he was even granted a few shortcuts along the way. But that was many years ago. I haven't seen him since then. I hate this to speak out of turn, but I feel I must. You see, I believe Magistrate Liu was wrong to accuse the victim's father. I believe Shu Dan is innocent. You need not worry about speaking your mind. Why do you think he is innocent? Well, it's the way she was killed. It almost seems wicked. Like an evil soul out for blood. Even from my limited contact with him, I just don't think Shu Dan is capable of that. In that case, you'll be relieved to hear that the Empress herself has requested that we reopen the investigation. Really? That's great news, sir. Say the word and I'm at your disposal, whatever you need. Okay. Wow, I can interrogate him as well. Tell me about yourself, Ma. Everyone calls me Lucky Ma around here, sir. The nickname stuck after I won a few card games with the fellows around the office. In any case, I've been at this station for 2 years now. Before that, I was a police constable in my hometown of Shanwei in Liangnan province. For most of my life, I lived in a small fishing village, so when my transfer request was approved and when I was promoted to work here in the capital, it was a dream come true. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So he's a provincial guy. Same as us. My parents were very happy, and my wife, you should have seen her, sir. When I told her we would be living in Chang'an, she nearly shattered my eardrums for sure. She must have squealed so much. She must have squealed. Okay. About the crime. Of course, what would you like to know? Ooh, let's go. The victim, Shu Linfei, what can you tell me about her? We know that she was 21 years old, but not much else. She was a complete loner and had no ties to anyone or anything except for her father. Even her neighbors knew nothing about her, save for the fact that she kept to herself. Did her father have anything to add? He maintains that since her return 2 months ago, she's been his sole caregiver, spending most of her days at home. But what? Wait, there was a time when she was away, so who took care of him then? Was it himself? He also said that several times a week she would visit temples here in the city. That gave me the idea to visit a few of them to ask about her. But the monks who remembered her all said the same thing. She would pray for hours at a time, often mumbling words that no one else could hear or understand. You said she returned 2 months ago. Where was she before that? All we know is that for 5 years she worked as a maidservant for a wealthy family living outside the city. During that time, she sent money back to her father through a messenger, but she never visited him herself. We're holding him in the lockup if you would like to interrogate him. Okay. What can you tell me about the victim's father, Shu Dan? Shu Dan served in the Imperial Army for many years until his wife died in a fire. That same incident cost him his eyesight, but despite that, he managed to take care of his young daughter for many years. But as he grew older and weaker, he became the one who needed care. Why did Liu accuse him? Magistrate Liu believed that Shu Dan felt betrayed when his daughter went away. He alleged that Shu Dan had gone mad and killed her in a fit of rage. Come on, huh? Shu Dan confessed. No, sir, the very opposite. In fact, he strongly denies any wrongdoing. About the cause of... So, she was apparently strangled from what I know of what the Empress said. Strangulation, sir, but she was also mutilated posthumously. The killer cut her open and took her heart. Turns my stomach just thinking about it. You'll want to speak to the coroner, Mr. Yao. Wait a minute. Mr. Yao. I wonder if he's like a husband of like the guard. What's in the evidence block? We collected 3 pieces of evidence from the crime scene. The first is a broken walking stick which belongs to the father. Wait a minute. A rose? Okay. we found next to the victim's one. I think she may be involved in something that the father doesn't even know. Oh god. We've got very good by the looks of it. And the third is life-size sketch being made of a bloody footprint we found outside the house. A sketch? Yes, sir. I've always had an affinity for drawing, so I've tried to put it to good use from time to time. My wife even thinks I could have made a life as a painter, though I'm pretty sure she's just teasing. Okay, who reported the damn crime? Night watchman was okay. Making his rounds in the neighborhood. I think I should ask him as well. Night watchman making his rounds in the neighborhood when he saw Shudan running out of this house in mad panic. Mad panic? He could have been kind of witness to the crime, but since he couldn't see, he didn't know who it was. Shudan was calling out for help and screaming his daughter's name all at once. Yeah, why would he even self-report, right? If that was the case, why would he self-report? I mean, why would he... Yeah. After Watchman peered into the house, I'm guessing the killer is someone who's not from the house, because, and didn't mind that they used, like, another thing. Saw the carnage that had been done, he came directly here to report the crime. Okay. About you. I gather you must have worked for New Zealand for a period. What can you tell me about him? I suppose. No need to be timid, Lieutenant. It's not gossip I am after. I'm only interested in how he performed his duties as an officer of the court. Well, to put it bluntly, Magistrate Liu did not seem to care much about his duties at all, sir. He seemed more interested in his reputation of maintaining law and order. Most of the time he delegated his work to us subordinates, although I doubt he even knew any of us by name. I shudder to think of the misery he's left in his wake. Hopefully if Shudan is innocent, we can at least right one of his wrongs. Yes, sir. Man, this Justice Department is not going well. Of course, sir, the Justice Department is the beating heart of all law and order in Chang'an. Since the Empress' enthronement, we have officers patrolling the city at all times, even the night watchmen report to us. This compound itself serves many purposes, but the east wing where we currently are is home to the investigative branch. Directly behind you is the way towards the lockup, and behind me is a hallway that leads to the morgue. Oh, I almost forgot. I hope you found your private quarters to your liking. I asked my wife to help me make it as cozy as possible. Oh, hi, Joker! How was your, how was going out somewhere? Well, yeah, I know, we got 2 raids. And a follower. That is awesome. Indeed, the room is quite lovely. Please say thank you to your wife. Ah, okay. Mark the victim's house on your map, but you'll probably want to speak to Shudan and Coroner Yao before you head out there. I think I have what I need for now. Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm at your disposal, sir. Okay, that's... Yeah, it was wild. So we're actually in the second case, I guess. Let's have a look. I mean, back then, you know, they didn't even have any way to like track fingerprints and shit. But they could only just like... Okay. Oh wow. Okay. It took a hammer. I'm like, strange. This rose should be wilting by now, yet its vibrant color and soft petals defy its age. If this didn't belong to Shulin Fei, then the killer purposely left it behind. I wonder if it's like a sign of something, like kind of a serial killer thing. Oh, this, well, they did say the Silk Rose murder, so I guess this is one of the Silk Roses. Oh, I can take a look at it. Broken walking stick. Someone snapped it in half. Someone snapped it in half. But not on the thing itself. Okay. Impressive. Lieutenant Ma's wife was right. He doesn't have an eye for illustration. This footprint is fairly average in size for a man, but probably a bit large for a woman. Okay. So it's likely a man. At least in their seems harder. Yeah, I don't think I should. I wonder if I could take a look. I wish I could say I've mastered the martial arts, but alas, my rudimentary skills are barely serviceable. Oof. That's sad, man. That's sad. Hey. Ah. Must be the coroner. From the looks of it, he has years of experience behind him. Yeah, it seems to be old. Very old, too. Gotta take a look. Excuse me. Last these tiny tools, I lost count again. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I've been trying to do an inventory of the equipment down here all morning and been failing miserably at it. Why in the world do we have so many knives? How does he even do the analysis if that's the case, though? He must be the coroner. I want to introduce myself. My name is Dave Rangia. Ah, our new chief investigator. Just a young man, aren't you? I have facial hair. I have power. I suppose if that idiot Liu could do the job, they could just about send any halfwit to run this place and nobody would notice the difference. I can see you're nobody's fool. But should you give me the opportunity, I may yet surprise you. You have a little spark in you, don't you? And you have earnest eyes, the look of a man with purpose. I suppose 30 years of staring at the dead has taught me that much. And I look forward to learning from your experience. Well then, welcome to my office, Magistrate Lee. I'm Yao Chinan. The youngsters like to call me Old Yao. Stupid kids and their nicknames. I like this man. I like this man already. Okay. I was hoping I could speak to you about the Shu Lin Fei case. That poor girl. She'd be moved for burial, so you won't find her here. All my years doing this job, I never saw anything like it. I've been instructed to reopen the investigation. May I ask you a few questions? Well, you're the boss, aren't you? Ask away. Well, tell me about yourself, Mr. Yao. I wish there was something to tell. I'm afraid my life isn't much more interesting than that of the patients I examine. I suppose that's my own fault. Push away your loved ones long enough and you end up bitter and alone. Okay. Bitter and alone and limp, I guess. I'm sorry. And that's probably his age catching up to him. Or in my case, withering away in the company of decomposing corpses. Surely a lifetime in service to the Imperial Court must bring you some salt. Oh, okay. I thought it was him. Sorry. It's precisely because of my choice to put duty above family that my grown daughter now wants nothing to do with me. When her mother passed away a few years ago, I buried myself in my work thinking I could stuff my sorrows into the ground. I neglected the needs of my grieving daughter, and now even as she makes her own path in the world, she can barely stand the sight of me. Don't make the same mistakes I did, young magistrate. Hold on to those you cherish. Let them know what they mean to you before it is too late. I don't think it's too late for him. I mean, he only needs to initiate this, I guess. Sure, listen. Wish I could be so naive as to believe that, but my time has passed. No matter. At least down here, I can perhaps still make a difference. What can you tell me about the victim's wounds and the cause of death? The cause of death was asphyxia by strangulation. The deep ligature marks around her neck suggest that the killer stood behind and slightly above her. No murder weapon was found at the scene, but if I were to venture a guess, I'd say the killer likely used a long piece of cloth to strangle her. Ah, okay, so I'm guessing there was no like handprint like things. The victim also had the large laceration on the left side of her chest. Further examination revealed that her heart was surgically removed shortly after she died. Although I wouldn't go as far as saying as this killer possessed the skills of a surgeon, I'm certain we are dealing with someone with a cold and steady hand. Someone who knew what they were doing. Maybe a killer, maybe a hired killer. A professional killer. I mean, they would know about body parts, no, wouldn't they? It could be a signature, it could be a something. It's hard to say. Perhaps he wanted a souvenir? Or maybe he thought she was heartless and didn't deserve one. Possibly just because he's a deranged psychopath. We may never know why he did it, but based on the depth of the abrasions of her neck, I'd wager good money our killer is a man. Was the victim violated sexually? No, I found no evidence of sexual assault. In fact, she had no other bruises or injuries at all, which I found odd. What do you mean by that? Alright. So she didn't struggle. What do you mean? Wait. So did she agree to this? In that case? Or was she like asleep or what? Yeah. The body would like naturally struggle. Yeah, signs of traces of skin on the fingernails or bruises caused by resistance from the victim. But from what I can tell, Shu Linfei did not fight back. That would be odd, yeah. From her previous comments, I take it you and Magistrate Liu did not get along. 30 years I've worked at the Justice Department. Magistrates come and go, and I've seen them all. Some were born enforcers, others born negotiators. A rare few had the gift of detection, while others preferred the path of least resistance. Yu Zhelin was in a category of its own. A corrupt yet inept man, willing to do anything to advance his career. Oh god. All of us here knew it, but none of us could prove it. What do you think he was guilty of? Abuse of power, coercion, blackmail, you name it. But someone more powerful than him finally took notice, and now he's history. Can thank the Empress for that. Thank you, I'll be on my way. You know where to find. I wonder if I can pathologist trade anything else here that I can. Oh, I wonder if I can take it though. Rather not guess how this is used. Ah, okay, sure. That's okay. Like, get your rest, man. Get your rest. I'm loose at the moment, thankfully. Yeah, we wouldn't want any dead bodies lingering in this. Even cobwebs on the. I didn't even get to clean this place that much. Well, it's mostly clean, but not too clean. Okay, I better head here. Nothing here. I should be going to the prison first before I go out. And thanks. Yeah, torture device. Oh god. Some believe that torture can help reveal answers, but can this so-called truth be held up to the light of day? He doesn't look old at all. I'm sorry, man. Like, why did they do that? Oh. So he was tortured to talk? What? Come on, man. Torture is a thing of the past. Or at least not. It's not applicable in this case. Doubts surrounding his guilt are palpable. I must find out the truth. Okay. Let's try to talk to him. Calm yourself. I'm Magistrate Direnche. What happened to you? Mr. Liu Zelin has been relieved of his duties. I am in charge now. Ah! So they replace one crooked official with another. Not your enemy, Mr. Shu. Whatever you may think of my predecessor, I'm here to find out the truth about your daughter's murder. You mean you'll investigate her case? Yes, Mr. Shu, and though I do not yet know your involvement in this case, I can promise you this. If you are indeed innocent, you will not sit in this jail a day longer than necessary. I am sorry for what I said before, but that man, Liu, accused me of killing my own daughter. Despite everything that's happened in my life, I've never felt anger at my own fate. But what was done to Lin Fei burns me up inside, knowing that the man who hurt her is still out there. You have to help me, Magistrate Lee. My daughter deserves justice. Okay, I was a patriot once, not unlike you, I imagine. I fought and sacrificed for my country. I gave my youth to protect it on the battlefield. Now, he doesn't look like an old man. This sprite does not look like an old man at all. My immersion is broken. Disposable in the eyes of men like Liu Zhelin. Or in the arm? I was an Imperial soldier in the Tiger Regiment until the accident changed everything. Tell me what happened. For the first time in a long time, I was home. It gave me a short break between tours of duty, and I was glad to be back with my wife and daughter. That morning, I had taken Lin Fei for a walk in the park. She was only 5 years old. The sky was blue and pure. I remember looking upon the heavens, thankful and content. Out of nowhere, blackness billowed into the air. I do not know how the fire started. All I know is that by the time we had made our way back, the flames had already engulfed the entire house. Okay, I was fearless back then. I ran inside hoping to save my wife. But the gods were angry that day. He spared my life, but took my wife and my eyes. Now I look upon the sky no longer. And your daughter, she witnessed this? We've never spoken about that day. Deep down, I've always hoped that she was too young to remember. But sometimes I could hear it in her voice, the horror of the flames and the ashes. Ah boy, I wonder if the daughter was involved in something shady. After her mother died, I tried my best to take care of her. We managed for a while. The Imperial Army kept me around, gave me odd jobs here and there. But eventually they decided they had no use for a blind soldier anymore. But even as a teenager, Lin Fei was headstrong and rebellious. She stormed into the Imperial Army base demanding an explanation for my discharge. I had to plead with my superiors to spare her any punishment. I told her we needed to accept our fate. But in that moment... Ah, crap. I clicked. How did you carry on? For a year, we scrambled to get by. Those were difficult times. Then one day, she came home with some money. Oh boy, I think I think I have an idea. Why? Oh god, I think she had herself in debt or something. Oh god. Then one day she came home with some money. She said it was an advance from a family she had met. She said they offered her a job as a maidservant and wanted her to move into their house in the countryside. She was only 16. I didn't want her to go, but she had made up her mind. Do you know who she worked for? No, she didn't say. She said they were very rich and didn't want people to know where they lived. Oh, okay. One of those private things. Every month she would have someone deliver some money to me. Went on like that for almost 5 years. Damn, that pera padala. Let's go. At least the person who gave the money was, at the very least, the money went to him. So that's something. And then she came back. Yes, almost 2 months ago now. I remember it well because everyone was talking about Consort Wu's rise to the throne, but all I could think about was my daughter's return. So the same time that Consort Wu came into power, did the daughter lose her job? Or did she quit? Or what? What happened? She gave me no warning or explanation, but I didn't care. I was just happy to have her back. Okay. You said she changed after you lost your military post. How so? She was always a strong and confident girl. Even during quieter moments, I could sense her calming presence. But then she became distant. Her silence had a different sound to it, if you know what I mean. She was no longer at peace. I wondered if that's why she's been visiting temples all over the city at the time. I mean, praying for something to save her, maybe. 5 years is a long time. Did she seem different after her return? You have to understand, Magistrate. She was away for almost 5 years. But to answer your question, yes, she was different. She was even stronger than I ever thought possible. Did she have any friends? No, Lin Fei always preferred to be alone. I think what happened to her mother. She chose the safety of her loneliness over the prospect of loss and pain. Oh, that's sad, huh? About the night of the murder. What can you remember? I remember it perfectly well. Earlier that evening, I decided to go to the waterfront, the boardwalk. It's usually quiet at dusk, so I'd stay to enjoy the sunset. Ah, true. Yeah, why not, right? Like, it's not just the sights that you can see. You can also feel the heat of the sun slowly shift. Yeah. That's nice, that's nice. Once the warmth is gone, I know it is time to leave. But something strange happened that day. I reached out for my walking stick, which I had placed on the table in front of me, but it wasn't there. Oh god, okay. And then, did someone use it as a weapon? So it was taken from his... Wait, so was he framed? Perhaps? Because would someone steal his walking stick and then it would end up in the crime scene? I searched for it, even asked the tea house staff for help, but it was gone. You're certain you had it with you? Of course, without it I lose my way. I had to convince one of the waiters to escort me home, a nice young man with a kind voice. He said he could help me, but only after he finished his shift. So I waited. About an hour later, he came back and did as he promised. So the waiter took you home. Did he go inside the house? No, we parted ways outside. I entered the house alone. But the silence inside bothered me immediately. As I approached the middle of the room, I could feel the wet surface under my feet. I was standing in my daughter's blood. I fell to my knees and extended my arms. Reaching out to her, my heart sank when I felt her cold body. I cradled her head in my arms. I vaguely remember calling out for help. I don't know, the rest is hazy. Hmm. So someone had killed her within that time. And someone must have took that stick for it to reappear again, like just like that. That is very unsettling, yeah. You have a kind voice, Magistrate Lee, much like the young man who helped me get home that evening. Like him, I hope you will keep your word. Hmm. That's all for now. We'll speak again soon. Thank you, Magistrate Lee. Hmm. That is so weird. I think we're gonna go out then. I haven't been saving. Wait, I think I need to save. There we go. Okay, so now we're going off somewhere. Victim's house, I guess. I'm pretty sure the tracks will not be fresh, but I bet something will be uncovered. This is one of China's poorer neighborhoods. The people who live here are usually traders and artisans. Why is there why are there clothes here though? What the last evening's rain rather effectively. Soft dirt in this yard makes it easy to leave impressions on the surface. Okay. Yeah. That seems so, huh? From this vantage point, I can see a large part of the interior of the house. Okay. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. I'm actually curious as to who these clothes. Okay, let's go and I'm pretty sure things are not fresh anymore. Okay, the sound is unsettling. Right. I'm just gonna save. Alright, let's go. Ordinary personal belongings, nothing. Part of the front yard. Only one bed in the house. This one where Shudan sleeps. Wait, one bed in the house? So where does the daughter sleep though? The blood has dried, but the large gruesome stain that was left behind is an unsettling reminder of what took place here. Okay. Oh, I'm guessing the daughter slept on the mat. Rolled up straw mat. This one, Shudan face left. Might be. Alright, let's go. Murdered. The blessing. Posthumous removal. The victim's heart caused profuse bleeding with no discernible panic to any of it. Yeah, because she was lying down, I guess. Dining chair in the middle of the room. This chair must have been placed here for a purpose. What? So the killer had to stand on the what? Sit here before he strangled her, but why would she cooperate? Small fragment of wood under the chair. Ooh. It's a bedside chair. But next to the bed, but why? Did the killer use it while he was waiting for her? According to the scene, the killer somehow managed to draw Su Lin Fei into the house, not to that center chair. Further hinting at the threat he posed to her father. Were there no signs of a struggle? Why didn't she run or fight back? Maybe they talked beforehand. I don't know. Yeah, that's kinda sus. Oh, it's a folding table. That's something. Yeah, the two dining chairs are placed nowhere near it. Why is it folded? That's my thing. Let's see if something is here. Nothing noteworthy here. Hmm. Okay. Let's see the fragment of wood. Hey, it must be from the stick, maybe? I wonder. Hmm. It's a perfect fit. This fragment of wood must have splintered off when the walking stick was broken. That means the walking stick was broken in the house at the time of the murder. Yeah. The killer did not have to use force to make Lucien face it down, because he had in his possession the one thing that could have compelled her to obey her father's walking stick. The killer was sending a message. If he was capable of taking such an item from right under Shudan's nose, he was also capable of inflicting injury and pain at any moment. He reinforced that point by breaking the stick in front of Shu and Fei, but doing so caused the fragment to splinter off. Coerced into submission, Shu and Fei bravely did what she thought was the only way to protect her father, sacrifice himself. Oh boy. Okay. Anything else? No separate shit? Come on. Can I not unroll it? Come on, man. Please. Yeah, this seems to be shifted. The cabinet was shifted. What the heck? But why? Ah, I can't even investigate this one? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, it was kind of suggested that it might have been a piece of cloth that was used. Oh, I can move it. Oh! What is this? What the hell? Yeah. What the heck? Wait. The time is near. Slaves will lose heart. The wolf signifies fear of flesh torn apart. I know what those symbols are. Oh god. Did she involve herself in something? In something? I mean, can we not see the map marks? Come on. Has to be something. Right? Right? Yeah, so... Not even the paper thinger? Come on. Please. don't think it was a good idea. What could I hammer anyway? I don't think. Okay. I wonder if I should go outside. Oh wait. You know what? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save save too. Something might happen outside, and I'm kind of scared. Um, oh, oh! I saw footprints. The heck? Okay. Okay. I wonder if I can like, compare. It's a match. These footprints are almost identical in shape and size to the footprints sketched on by Lieutenant Ma. Neither must have spied on Shu and Finn, their father, from the spot to study movements and routines. Oh, damn. Okay. That's kind of sus. Yeah, you can see a large portion of the house. Wonder if we can find anything in the alleyway. Wonder if we can find something out elsewhere. Hmm. Kinda hoping we know where the tea house is so we can like, ask shit. Because they may have seen someone who. They may have seen someone who took that. Hmm, that's. I wonder if we can ask anyone anything else though. Wasn't that it made such a deep impression on. I wonder if he has anything more to say. Hmm, guess not. So I guess I have to find out more in the house. Oh, damn it. Here we go again. I think this is gonna be the last case until. Oof. I don't know what else we can take a look at, to be honest. Hey! You! Who you? What? What? Really? Come on, man. Come on. Not allowed to talk to anyone except him. Use something, I can't remember now. Why? Use it for what? I think everyone knows him. Tell me, what did he say to new policeman in charge? Yeah, actually. Um, yeah, that boy is clever. Okay, okay. How about we make a deal? If I can find your medallion in return, answer all my questions to free. No tricks. Wait for me here while I look for a oh, wow. Medallion looks like round silver rooster engraved on one side. Oh, okay. So it's an heirloom. Why the hell did you even get your damn? Oh boy. Oh boy. What the hell did you do? Did you frame someone? Why did you do that, man? What is this shit about these silk roses? Come on. Okay, you know what? I think Lieutenant Mom may know something about it. Do you know anything about the medallion belonging to a young boy named Xiao Bao? I believe it was confiscated legally by magistrate. Medallion? No, I'm not aware of anything like that. I did hear a rumor once that Magistrate Wu may have conducted illegal seizures and his personal belongings leverage for blackmail. What? Just stories around the office. Yeah, no one could prove it. No one ever saw him do these things. That is so weird. He actually manages to get away with these kinds of things, and yet he's very inept, which is weird. I guess I'll have to look for it myself. I wonder if I can talk to somebody else. Should I search his desk or something? His belongings? I don't know. Yeah, it's empty, so I shouldn't have been able to. Mm-hmm. I wonder if I can talk to him about it. I wonder if he knows something about it. Yeah, anything about the medallion belonging to a young boy named Xiang Bao. I believe it was confiscated illegally by a magistrate. Fruity, any secrets or hidden stashes, but like I said, man was a vile leech. It wasn't surprising when corruption and rumors were true. Yeah, we may have to go maybe to the stocks. Um, oh, this is kind of shit. Yeah, I think it may be in the lockup. I don't know. Okay. Wonder if there's something here. I doubt. Rather not. I wonder if we can. I don't think we can do anything with that. I wonder if it's hidden in like the roof. That's why it's the scaffolding was there. Wonder if I can. Hmm. Where would he have hidden it though? Wait a minute. Blue bird from this morning. Oh god. Should these in two different spots. Oh. Ah, okay, so it was moved. You bitch. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you're in for it now. Let's go. I'm trying to remove it instead. Oh, okay. Okay, so what do we do? Hmm. I wonder what I can use to loosen it, bro. Hmm. Oh, we can use the chisel. Okay, okay. We can use the chisel from the coroner's office. The heck? Man, this is a bigger case than I thought. Okay. Can I at least... loosen the mortar surrounding a suspicious brick I found in the wall? Suspicious... I guess I just take it. Okay. I mean, it was the truth. I mean, and then, I'm sorry, man. Wait. Hey, it is the truth. It sounds weird, but it's true. Alright, let's go. Oh, okay. I wonder if we could. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, man. Wow, okay. Blackmail material. Incriminating evidence of some sort. You must be collecting all this. Extort his chosen targets. And in luck, yes, there's Shawbo's medallion. Yeah. Man! Boy! Boy! Woo. What did he do in there? Holy shit. Okay. I can't help but think that there's gonna be something bad that's gonna happen. I mean, something bad could happen. I mean, I don't know. Okay, we can give it to the guy now. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought there was no like. Thank you, officer. Oh my god, this kid. Shama, can you tell me what user you wanted? After he took my medallion, he told me I had to keep watch on the neighborhood for him, or else he wouldn't return it. He said there are criminals everywhere and that I had to spy on them, but I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone about it. Did he tell you why you had to do that? He said he wanted me to help him catch people doing bad things. He said this area was known for its gangsters and ruffians and that we needed someone like me to keep an eye on them. He came to see me every week to ask me about what I saw or heard, but every time he refused to give me back my medallion. I see. He was using you to spy as an informant. Did he ask you to spy on the shooting thing? No, he never asked me to do that. I did that on my own. On your own? Feifei was a friend. I was worried. Oh, wait. But they said that she didn't have any friends. Mm. How well did you know her? We became friends not long after she moved here. She was kind to me. She used to buy steamed buns from the market, the fresh kind, you know. She would share something with me all the time. At first I said I couldn't accept them but because I didn't have any money. But she said it was a gift. She even liked my little statuettes. It's a hobby of mine. I carved them out of small pieces of wood. She was the only one who ever liked them. Fei Fei was all alone. She had to care. I had to take care of her father, so I tried to help. And I came over all the time to watch over the house. I wanted to protect her, make sure she was safe. So you were here on the night she was killed? I'm useless. I wanted to guard her from danger, and now she's dead. It's not too late to help her friend. If you witness something, now is the time to speak up. Tell me what you saw on the night of the murder. I was coming over to visit Feifei. I wanted to show her my new wooden statuette. But when I arrived, I saw someone walking out of the house. I was hiding there by the fence like I always do, but it was too dark. I couldn't see who it was. As he passed by, I thought of the evil spirit from my nightmares. I was too afraid to do anything. I just ran away. It was only later that I found out that Feifei was murdered. He was right there. The killer was right there, and I did nothing. I should have done something. Can you describe the stranger? It was dark. I couldn't see his face, but he was tall and moved very fast, almost as if he was gliding. Man, it's like one of those like wuxia films. Just gliding. Did you see what he was wearing? It was black all over, like some sort of shadow. He didn't even seem to have any legs. Was Shu Dan the stranger? Mr. Shu? No, sir. The person I saw was tall and fast. Mr. Shu can barely walk around without a stick. Couldn't have been him. Besides, Mr. Shu loved Feifei. He'd been so happy since her return. He would never hurt her. Don't blame yourself for what happened, Xiaobao. Take solace in the fact that your testimony will help free Shu Dan. Heh. I was inspired anything. I've been coming here every day since Feifei died. I guess I wanted to say goodbye. When Yu Zhenlin came here to investigate the crime scene, did you tell him what you saw? No, sir. I tried to speak to him, but he kept telling me to leave. He said there were too many people around. I didn't know who else to talk to if I waited for him to come back, but he never did. You've done well. Black from head to toe, gliding across the darkness. The killer could have been wearing a long black cloak. Although the evidence doesn't point us towards a new suspect, we can at least prove that Shu Dan is innocent. We should speak to the Empress. Ooh. Yeah, dear warning, huh? Oh, I had no other choice. Holy shit. Here we go. Okay, after this, there are probably gonna be more murders after this, but I'm gonna be ending stream after this. Since I'm gonna take a while, probably. I always end up too close to her. Oh. You have an expression of relief on your face, Magistrate. I expect you bring good news. Yes, Your Majesty. My investigation has indeed shed new light on the matter of Shu Lin Fei's death. In that case, tell your tale. I do not wish to be kept in suspense for another moment. I wonder if this is a test for him. To if he can handle a small case, he'll definitely be able to handle a big case. Yes. Oh, I like this. Whoever killed Shu Lin Fei did so with ruthless premeditation. He stalked his prey with patience and purpose. He knew their routines, their habits. He knew their weaknesses. He was aware of Shu Dan's customary visits to the waterfront for late afternoon tea. He familiarized himself with Shu Lin Fei's schedule and knew when she would return from the temple she often visited. He obtained this knowledge by spying on them. For days, maybe even weeks, the killer followed and observed the Shus. At night, he stood by this very window. Still and silent, he demonstrated an obsessive dedication. In this state, darkness and rain were his allies. Apparently it rained a lot, and because of that it was dark, so like he could like spy us now. Shu Dan could not have killed Shu Lin Fei because earlier that evening his walking stick was stolen by a man who knew his and his daughter's every move. Once he had left Shu Dan stranded, the killer made his way here to await Shu Lin Fei's arrival. But upon entering the house and seeing the cloaked stranger, the young woman did not flee. Astonishingly, she stood where he asked and did as he ordered. The killer accomplished this by yeah. Oh man. he just like broke. What? By now the killer knew the shoes intimately. By breaking the walking stick, he was sending a chilling message. Unseen and unheard, he could get to them anytime he wanted. Shu Lin Fei chose not to fight and risk her father's safety. If it was her the killer wanted, she was willing to sacrifice herself for a chance to save her father. Shu Lin Fei understood the threat, and she willingly sacrificed herself for a chance to save her father. The killing of Shu Lin Fei was a calculated move, but I fear it is only the first of many. I believe our killer is only at the beginning of his grand vision. It wasn't enough for him to taunt us by leaving a rose, or even by taking his victim's heart. He wanted us to know precisely that his journey of destruction had just begun. The note he left behind was designed to be. In his note, he speaks of a wolf on the prowl, or of slaves losing their hearts. In his mind, for reasons we have yet to understand, Shu Lin Fei was one of these slaves. He's warning us that more victims are to come. Ooh. Afterwards. Okay. So what happened? Man, it took him until the afternoon. Oh god. It took him until sunset, damn it. If what you say is true, Shu Lin Fei remained strong and selfless until the very end. How many of us would have the courage for self-sacrifice? On the other hand, it seems we are facing a menace beyond what I had imagined. I'm afraid so, Your Majesty. This predator will not cease until his plan has come to fruition, or until we stop him. I intend to. Your Majesty! Oh boy, what happened? Your Majesty, I have news from Night Watchman in the Central Quarter. Another woman was murdered in her own home just in 1 hour. What the hell? Wait! Come to think of it, everything had a woman dying. I wonder how this is all connected. I wonder how they are all connected. I think they might have some connection with each other. For one, the first two victims, or rather, the first two involved people, have both been maidservants. I wonder if this one was also a maidservant. A predator is indeed among us. What else have we learned? Not much at the moment, only that she was the newly wedded. Oh, damn! Damn! That's sad. Newly wedded and then suddenly killed? Damn. The late General Lamson? One and the same, Your Majesty. General Lam would have been a strong supporter of your regime had he not succumbed to pneumonia last winter. Ugh. Pneumonia. Oh god. His only son, Lafang, was also a gifted army captain who still commands the loyalty of his father's troops. Yes, I recall hearing of his abrupt wedding last month. He retired from his official post and vowed to lead the life of a civilian. And now his wife has been murdered. There's more, Your Majesty. According to my sources, the treasonous General Zhang has recently courted Lam Haifang's allegiance. Zhang is no doubt attempting to strengthen his rebellious coalition. Could it be that Zhang is trying to terrorize the young captain into obedience? That thought has crossed my mind. But if that is true, Zhang is even more despicable than he gave him credit for. Killing innocents is a line he will regret crossing. If I may interject, Your Majesty, I think we should proceed carefully and avoid jumping to conclusions. If we are wrong about General Zhang's involvement and accuse him openly, that would give your opposition an excuse to unite and start a civil war. True, true, true. They need to have evidence of his involvement, if ever. Allow me to investigate the matter. If the thread is to be found that connects the killing of these two women to a plot against you, then I will find it. On the other hand, if this killer is but a single deranged man, we must not lose sight of his trail by chasing conspiracy theories. You're right, Majesty. We need evidence. We must remember the stakes before we place our bets. You will go to the Lam residence, investigate what's happened to Lam Haifeng's wife, and report back with whatever ties you find between her, Shu Linfei, and General Zhang. If Zhang is indeed involved in any of it, he will pay dearly for his brazen treachery. Yes, Your Majesty. Ooh, another young woman. And this is a recent one. My question is, why are they spacing it out? And that's a line, huh? Oh, great. It's the deer again. Is that the deer again? Later that evening. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, is this where the grave is? Or what? Oh, this is the house of the... I don't know, I guess. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna start this chapter for you next time I play it. Definitely not next stream. Let's see, let's see. This is nice though. But it seems the maps are really big though. And some things are kind of hard to find. But then again, you know what? That's something to be expected in a point and click. Either way, it's been great so far. I didn't get stuck too hard. I didn't get stuck that much, which is nice. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to end stream soon. Thank you for joining us in our adventure. It's been okay so far. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be stuck again at some point. I just hate that drum puzzle though. I just have to like memorize it. And then again, I can't even memorize that. Oh well. Let's see what's up for next week. Next week is most likely going to have like the usual Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule. We only moved it now because there were some stuff that we did with family, so I had to move schedules and shit. Um, There's probably going to go back. We're probably going to have like since we're also not doing the challenge that much for August, we might start the writing streams as well on Thursdays. But we'll see what happens. In any case, this is goodbye for now. And thank you for watching. And thank you for the raids as well. I'm not sure if anyone is still there like from the raids earlier, but yeah. Thanks so much. I've been wanting to play this for a while and I'm okay with it so far. There were some questionable things, but you know what? Not every game is perfect. Hey, there. Thank you and bye again.